everybody. It's me, Stella Wilde. Thanks for joining me for your weekly astrology and intuitive messages for the week of Sunday, October 20th to Saturday. I think the date is November 3rd. Yes, November 3rd. Sometimes I get the dates wrong. Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to do for this week. First of all, thank you so much for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting. I love to read your comments and see how the readings are connecting with you. And when you comment, you know, when I do the monthly, especially when I do the monthly readings, I really try to tune into the energy of the people who have commented for that sign so that my reading, you know, gets even more on point, shall we say. So please do keep commenting. It's awesome and it helps support the channel. I really do appreciate it. Okay, a couple of quick announcements. First of all, as you may be very well aware, this week is Halloween on Wednesday and the veil is thinner. So to celebrate this time of greater intuition, shall we say, I'm offering a reading special. This is a first come, first serve basis. I'm offering a 20-minute deep dive quickie to really get into the essence of a particular situation. It really needs to be one situation, not 12, okay? Like one that we can really focus on. And I will put the link in the description. It's on my book of reading, tarot reading page on my website. And if you're not aware of how I do the readings, I have you, excuse me, fill out a form, put your question, and you can be as detailed as you like. And then after you submit it, I tune into your email. I sit there right with your email, with your energy right there in front of me. I tune into it, and then I do the reading, and I'm just guided by really what I'm sensing. I had a situation where I did a reading for somebody this past week and the person asked certain questions, which I answered, but I wasn't comfortable. Like I felt like there was something else. And so I did another type of spread. I did a different thing and we got even greater clarity. So that's how I do it. I really try to just tune in and work with the energy as I'm feeling it. And of course, you're the client. I always try to answer your questions, but you know, I sometimes feel like I have to go in a different direction as well because that's the intuitive nudge that I am getting. So, okay, so there's that. So it's a 20-minute email deep dive quickie. I send you the MP3 link, so you have that link. You don't need any special, you know, equipment. You just need to be able to listen to an audio file. And so you have that, and you can listen to it as many times as you want, and it's great. So check out my website for that. It's a special, it's a reduced price, and there's only a limited availability because I'm only one person and I, you know, want to bring my best to each reading. So it's not a factory production. Okay. All right. So there's that. Then the other exciting announcement, I will also leave the link in the description, is that my Jupiter in Sagittarius luck and opportunity forecasts are now available. You can get all of them, all 12 signs, for one very low price. I don't know why my voice is not cooperating today. Okay, so what that is I go through each sign. I look at where Jupiter in Sagittarius is going to be transiting in that particular house for you. And I tune in with tarot and oracle cards, intuitive messages. We see what we get and how Jupiter is going to bring you luck in a very specific area of your astrological chart. So it's over 6 hours, 6 hours of video, okay, in total. I mean, not for each sign. Oh my gosh, like, no, but each sign, there's about, I tried to keep them to around a half hour. Some are a little over. You'll see when you go and look at the descriptions, you'll see the lengths of the videos right after each sign. So you'll know it's a really great value. And I really think it's exciting. Jupiter in Sagittarius is fabulous energy because Sagittarius is Jupiter's home sign. So luck is definitely going to be on the upswing for many of us in 2019. So you definitely want to check that out. Okay, so those are my two important announcements. Let's get into the energy for this week, because we have a very interesting energy on Halloween. And I mean, I'm not one who really does the whole Halloween thing. I mean, I like to be private with it. I mean, that's probably the Scorpio influence in my chart. I like to just kind of go within, tune in, and tune into what messages I get for myself. And particularly through my dreams, because I get a lot of information in the nighttime. So that's how I like to spend Halloween, in much more private, pursuits. But I know some people like to go out and say, I would just say with this astrological energy, we have Venus retrograde at about 0 degrees Scorpio, opposite retrograde Uranus at 0 degrees Taurus. That energy to me, my interpretation of it, it's a little challenging, honestly. And if you're going out for Halloween, and I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, no, but just be a little more cautious, because with that aspect, especially women, all right, this is, Grandma Stella over here. One of my friends calls me that. It's just funny. I'm not a grandma, okay? You'll know who you are when you watch this video. Okay, so with this Venus, right, which represents women, at that 0 degrees of Scorpio, which I interpret as sort of the gateway to the underworld, with it transiting opposite that Uranus in Taurus of sudden shocks, sudden developments, particularly something coming from the past. I just think it's energy on Wednesday, on Halloween, to really just be aware of. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not saying you shouldn't go out. Just saying, just be aware. Just be aware, because sudden surprising developments connected with some sort of person from your past, an issue from your past that's not resolved yet, that's been coming up for resolution during this Venus retrograde period, which is still in effect until November 16th. That energy is just, with Uranus, you just don't know. You just don't know. And so, and oppositions are energies of challenge. So it's just something to keep in mind. It may not be applicable to anyone. I hope it's, in a way, I hope it's not. I hope everyone just has a safe and happy Halloween. Everything's good. Okay. But just be alert. You could get it could just be some sort of, very surprising message that you get from a ghost from your past. So, yeah. Okay. I'm hoping there's none of those for me. All right. Let's get into this. I'm sorry, I have to adjust. My chair is a little funky today. Okay. So that's that. I just want to bring that up. And again, not to be doom and gloom, but to be aware. How I'm going to do the readings this week. I am going to do each sign, because I feel this is a very important energetic week. Oh, also, since we're still in Venus retrograde, please check out my blog. I wrote an extensive article on the energies, and I mentioned Halloween on my blog. I'll try to remember to link the article, but I did write a big article about this Venus retrograde energy for this end of October into November. So you want to check that out. Let's get into these readings. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to do for each sign. And I'm going to use these cards. This is the Katina Deste deck, which some of you may be familiar with. Some of you may not. It's sort of like Lenormand, but not really. There's some similarities, but there's also court cards, so to speak, in this deck as well. Now, I've taken those out because I want to really focus on whatever area of life you need your special message for this week. So that's what I'm going to do with these. That's why the deck is a little thinner, because I took out the court cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one of these, and then I'm going to pull 2 tarot cards to clarify. Maybe 3, we'll have to see. And let's get the message of what you need to really be aware of this week. Kind of the energetic message from behind the veil. The thing that still needs to be transformed for you. as you're reevaluating and reassessing all sorts of stuff during this Venus retrograde period, okay? So that's kind of the lens through which I am doing this video. My camera just cut out there for a second. Okay. That just totally threw me off. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do, oh, that's what I was going to say. In particular, and I wrote about this on the blog, it's the, this energy, this Venus opposite Uranus, this energy this week, and the shocking news or communication from the past, surprise, message from behind the veil, is really about you looking at how you have to change something in love or money that's been in this kind of status quo situation. And it's not, it's stagnant. It needs to end. It needs to be broken up. It needs to transform. And that is the very interesting message that can come to you this week from the ethers, from behind the veil, from your dreams, from any intuitive hits you get, synchronicities, things like that. Maybe this is it for you. Okay, let's see. All right, let's get into it. All right, my Aries. What do my Aries need to know? What area of life? Oh, I should say about these Deste cards. These Deste cards, I am using the Greek version. There's also a Turkish version. I just want to give a shout out. I don't know if my beloved Turkish friend watches my videos, but he introduced me to these cards, gosh, I don't know, 2005. And he had the Turkish version, but now I finally have the Greek version. So I'm very excited. This is a very powerful deck of cards. I'm not going to read the name of the card because I will probably totally screw up the Greek pronunciation, but I know what it means in English, so we'll just share. All right. So as I was saying, these cards are sort of like Lenormand, but you know, they have that feeling to them, but I have found that they are very, very powerful cards. I don't bring them out very often, and they do work a lot for, especially for love topics. So, and love is a concern with this Venus retrograde. Love and money are two topics at the top of many people's minds right now. All right, Aries. Aries. Special message, Aries. Okay. So there's an issue of resurrection for you, Aries, that you have felt like, and I'm going to pull the tarot in a second, you have felt like you've been in the tomb. This is the tomb card. So you have been wandering, Aries has been wandering around in the dark, really not sure of left, right, up, down. Like, how are they even supposed to get out of this? So that's what needs to be transformed. For me, Aries, it's about your vision. It's about your vision for your life. And with this Jupiter and Sagittarius that's coming, you're gonna have a renewed vision for your life. You're gonna find the light out of this tomb. You'll be able to, this is really a card of resurrection, but you've got to find your way out of this darkness. So, all right, let's see what else. Okay, look at this. So this is the message for you, Aries, about how you can find your way out of this darkness. Look, you have the Star card and the Queen of Pentacles. It's all about aligning with your creativity. I know I say that. Do I say that a lot? I don't know. But it's about grounding yourself, first of all, in reality, and not going off on an Aries, impulsive, impetuous, fly-by-night, ungrounded plan. You just kind of wing it. That sometimes is good. That sometimes can be very good to do. But these cards are suggesting that the way out of this darkness for you, Aries, is to ground yourself into producing the things that you are wishing for. Because I think some Aries have been a little their mojo, shall we say, their mojo has been a little under their weather. They have not felt as energized as they could be. So, especially when the sun's in Libra, which is opposite the Aries sun, when the sun is traveling opposite ours, we can feel like we can feel not as motivated, not as energized. So you have the power. If you can come out of this darkness, the way to get out of this darkness is to really have faith in your ability to produce whatever you want and just get back to work, Aries. Just get back to work. Okay, because it's gonna come. To me, this is this Jupiter and Sagittarius energy that's gonna come in for you. You're gonna feel so much better. But leading you out of this darkness, Aries, is you just have to believe again in your ability to manifest. If there's been some financial stresses and strifes for you, Aries, I think right now the thing to kind of transform is the mindset. Is you know, sometimes when we go through a patch like that, we get caught up, you know, a financial difficult patch, we get caught up in that energy and we think that's the way it's always going to be. But I think that what these cards are suggesting is that, you know, change that mindset as well. And I think the way you change that is to immediately get back to work. Get back to work this week, and with faith and hope that what you're doing, you know, is going to manifest and get you out of that tomb. All right, Taurus. What do my Taurus needs to know? I'm telling you, this Uranus sitting on my Mercury right now in Taurus, this is really affecting my throat. I mean, okay. Okay, Taurus. Taurus, what do you need to know? What needs to transform? Yes, this one's popping out. Okay. Taurus, love. Anyway, Taurus, like your 2019, as soon as Uranus starts really heading through your sign, I mean, your whole existence is going to be shaken up anyway, including your love life. So let's see what needs to be transformed. So your love life, what messages do we have for you? You in particular, with this Uranus in your sign, especially the early Taurus people born in the cusp, on the cusp in April, be particularly attuned to that Venus opposition this week. All right, let's see. What do my Tauruses need to know? All right, interesting. We're getting a lot of messages already about money. Okay, so I think what's interesting for you that needs to be transformed, I'm hearing some Taurus people, this is what I'm hearing, are thinking they can have love or money, but not both. Okay, so I think that's something to take a look at, this energy for you, Taurus. Is that true? Do you hold that belief? Because look, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a woman who, or, you know, the energy of a single person who is very content, very financially okay, and they, you know, can manifest all sorts of, you know, money very easily. Doing what they love, absolutely. I think that's part of this message. So if you haven't been doing what you love, then get back to that to manifest more, because you'll have a good message about that this week. But what I'm hearing is that some Taurus people are thinking they have to just exist in this single energy, that they cannot have both together. That yes, okay, they can do what they love and they'll make money, but to have an actual love relationship and be successful, that some of you have the mindset that cannot coexist. And that is the thing, that is your special message this week, Taurus, is to look at that. And how might that be holding you back from, you know, manifesting your love relationship that you want to have. Okay. Remember, too, you need to watch for your sun, rising, and moon sign. All right. Because remember, these are general, but I think that for a lot of Taurus, that is true right now. And that is why when Uranus goes into your sign, as an Aries, I mean, I just had that happen. So in 7 years of it, I know what that's like. Your whole life, your whole world gets like really turned upside down. That's not a bad thing. Any ruts you've been in, they get shaken up, especially in that area, that house, wherever, you know, of your astrological chart. So if you've been in a love rut, if you've just been in that single, you know, go to work, come home, go to the gym, come home, like that kind of rut, but yeah, you've wanted a love relationship, Uranus is going to just shake it up for you next 7 years. So all right, Gemini. What is Gemini? What is Gemini's message this week? From behind the veil, what does Gemini need to know? Gemini needs to know about their ability to build a strong foundation in their life. Okay, it's the Tower. It's not the castle. It's not really the Tower. It's not akin to the Tower card in tarot. All right, Gemini, special message. What do you need to know? It's about really feeling stable, building a foundation. Okay. So whatever injustice has been done to you, Gemini, in terms of money you lost through a bad investment, through a bad love relationship or divorce, like they took all the money, whatever money you lost, Gemini, that affected your sense of having a strong foundation, a strong financial foundation, you have to know that these sleepless nights will end over that. Again, this is a message we had for Aries, but a very similar thing. Justice will be served. That money is going to come back to you at least eightfold, as long as you align with your right path, what you're supposed to be doing in this world. In other words, like I said to Aries, get back to work. But this is more of letting an injustice go. Letting a financial injustice go. Like, you just have to let it go. It's been zapping your energy. It's been causing sleepless nights and worry. And justice will come back around financially. So, the more you fret about it, the more your foundation will continue to be unstable. You have the ability here, Gemini, Eight of Pentacles, you have the ability to clean up this situation and build a strong foundation for yourself, but you've been hampered in doing that by obsessing about this injustice that was done to you financially. Okay, somebody took money from you, stole money from you, you had a bad business deal. I think there probably was some sort of, trickery going on, even though we didn't have a trickery card there, but probably. Okay, and so you've been kind of caught in that web of, naturally so, of feeling upset and unmotivated, so to speak. Feeling the bitterness, that's the word I'm looking for, feeling the bitterness of that. All right, Cancer. Cancer, what is Cancer's area of special message? What do we need? What is going on with these cards? Oh my God. Okay, well, this one's flying out. So guess what? I was trying to put them back in the pile, and this one's flying out. So it's the Letter. So a very important communication. So let's see what the communication is going to be. And Cancer, I think you can see this. I don't know. It's a little hard to see, but I don't know. To me, that looks like a heart. That's a letter sealed with a kiss. But I'm just an old romantic. Okay, let's see. Cancer, what is this important communication you're going to receive? Where is it coming from and what is it about? All right, Cancer, let's see. Wow, yeah. I'm kind of putting these upright. Should I do that? I guess I shouldn't. All right, the Eight of Cups was upside down. It wasn't upright. All right. You're going to be tempted this week, Cancer. You're going to be tempted this week to go back to a situation in which you had to compromise who you are in order to be in that relationship. Okay? So you're probably going to hear from an old lover, or I would say, or somebody you were interested in. Maybe it didn't take off for whatever reason, but this person comes back around, Cancer. All right? And in order to, you know, which this Eight of Cups, they come back around. In order to continue this relationship, you will have to compromise on who you are. You will not be able to express your full essence. And it's not a relationship in which your true essence is being valued. It's one in which you're kind of your needs are not put at the forefront. You're kind of juggling. You're being asked to juggle your own values in order to be in this relationship. All right. And as a sensitive water sign, I mean, here you are, Queen of Cups. As a sensitive water sign, this person may come back a little bit with a sob story. They may come back with, you know, oh, baby, I miss you. You know, all that BS. All right, there might be a kernel of truth in it, but the temptation is there because there is a connection with this person. The temptation is there to go back to it, but it's not a relationship that is of value for you. It's more of it's more valuable to the other person. All right, so that's your message, and you need to think very carefully, Cancer, about how you're going to answer that communication. All right, because you know that it's not exactly what you want. But I think that the element of surprise and perhaps the intensity of the message that comes from this person, that's going to be the element of surprise. You may be very surprised by all of a sudden these poetic, flowery, intense declarations of I miss you, I love you, you know, all that. But that's just smoke and mirrors. All right. Reevaluate your own value and understand how much you really do have to offer, because that relationship is not balanced. Okay? It's not balanced. All right. It's my Cancers, my Leos, my lovely Leos. What is going on with my Leos? What do they need to know about my fellow fire sign creatures, my Leos? Okay. Leos. Oh my goodness, these cards are sticky. Okay, Leos. I mean, not literally sticky, but they're sticking. They're not shuffling smoothly. Leos. Not feeling it yet. I'm sorry. All right, this one's jumping. Let's see. Okay, Leos. You have an issue to do with, you have a message about your home. It's a little hard to see that this is a home, but it's like a multi-story building here. Okay, so you have a message about your home life for this week. All right, Leos. Leos. Oh my what is this? Nine of Swords keeps popping up. Leos, what is going on? You got yourself upside down, Queen of Wands upside down energy. So, and you got the Nine of Swords, like Gemini had. I'm getting that there's an opportunity coming for you, Leo, and it's something that you thought you wanted. It's going to take you away from home, or you're spending a lot of time on business away from home, and you're getting guilt tripped about it. There's a home and work-life balance that needs to be addressed. That you have had this opportunity to really go out there, this Three of Wands, to go out there and be a star in whatever, industry that you work in. But what's happening is that your home life, what's going on in your home life, it's people are a little upset with you in your home life. Either they're very worried and they can't exist without you, Leo. They can't go to sleep at night. They can't, especially if you have kids, right? They want you there. So it's upsetting you because it's this tug. It's this tug between the success that you are having in the outside world. You're doing very well. But the home life is causing some worry and anxiety. And I think it's because you've been asked to travel more. You've been asked to maybe even bring work home with you a lot, so that even if you are at home, you're kind of not at home because your mind is elsewhere, or you're busy, working on stuff on the internet. So that's something to take a look at this week, Leo, is reevaluating that balance. And I know it can be hard juggling all that, but don't be surprised if you have a conversation with a family member this week in which they reveal how much they've missed you, how the lack of your presence at home has been distressing them. And try not to let it guilt trip you, because it's really just about balance. And maybe you have just been a little off balance and you do need to spend a little more time at home. But it doesn't mean you should then just give up what you're doing career-wise either. Stella always says it's about balance and good coffee. Okay, Virgo. Virgos, my hardworking Virgos, what do they need to know? What is the area behind the veil message for them, Virgos? Yes. Okay. All right, look at this lovely picture. Now you're like, what is that? Okay. Virgos, this is really actually a very cool card. This is the River Nile. This card can mean abundance. I mean, think about the River Nile and how lush and large and how it sustains so many people and has over many centuries, right? So this River Nile is beautiful, beautiful abundance. It's all about abundance for you. Manifesting abundance, Virgo, this message. So what do you need to transform? What do you need to know about manifesting that abundance? It can also be about sexual energy, also, Virgo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at this. So we have, oh my gosh, this is very awesome, Virgo. We have this beautiful bountiful energy. We have the surprise card, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Temperance card. So there is a very strong possibility this week, Virgo, if you can, especially on Wednesday with that Halloween energy, if you can spend some time in quiet meditation, centering yourself, tuning into your intuition, you have the potential, Virgo, to receive a very surprising message about a new project, a new commitment that you can, commit to, that is going to probably in the springtime create enormous abundance for you. I mean, because this is a very fertile card as well. This can also be, I have to say, I'm also hearing this, Virgo, if you want to get pregnant, make sure you try to get pregnant this week. Okay? That's another thing that's applicable to some Virgos. But this is an amazing energy. This is an amazing energy of really behind the scenes, intuitive, angelic communications of a surprising nature that can give you really insightful wisdom that you can commit to, that you can put energy behind in order to manifest abundance. That is beautiful. So spend that time this week, Virgo, tuning in to your intuition. Okay. Where am I at? Libras. Libras, what do you need to know? Libras, what area of life do you need to know about? Oh, let me do it this way. Let me be consistent. All right, let's see. Libras. I always wait to see if there's a card that kind of jumps. Then I usually know. This one. Feeling this one. Okay, so you have the Star. This is about getting out in the world and having your star rise. It's about, in, normal tarot, it can be about faith and hope and wishes fulfilled. Here, it's more about the idea of being popular, of fame, of renown. Okay, so let's see what message that we have for you about that. Libra. If you've been wanting to be more famous, to be more well-known, what do you have to transform, Libra? Okay, so we have Ace of Cups upside down, we have Judgment upside down, and we have Four of Pentacles. There is a heartbreak, Libra, that you have not healed from. I think it's a heartbreak actually probably involving money, similar to the Gemini energy. But I don't think that it's from that you got cheated out of your money. I think that the heartbreak is more whatever. It's possible that whoever you were involved with, Libra, did take money from you. Which is why you're holding on to every penny now. So there is this kind of, grasping, got to hold on to everything, grasping, controlling energy rather than expansive, creative energy, because probably of some love situation that went wrong. The person may have taken money from you, or you spent too much money on them that you didn't have, that type of thing. But I'm also feeling too that for some Libras, it's just that they have not healed yet from a heartbreak, from, a relationship situation that went south. And as a result, because their heart is not healed yet, they're having a hard time stepping out, right? Being seen, being out there in the world, which is understandable. So that needs to be transformed. So what I'm seeing here is that there needs to be further healing, Libra, for this love situation, this breakup, because you're not over it yet, which is why you're still in status quo with your finances, with your career. You're just in, this to me is status quo. And you don't want to spend money. You don't, you might need to spend a little money to upgrade your wardrobe, to upgrade your skills, that type of thing. But you're not even doing that. You're like, I'm just like, no, it's just status quo, stasis. You're not doing anything. So this has got to be healed and transformed. This Venus retrograde is a good time. Read about it on my blog. It's in that blog post, where if you can transform this, that's how you're going to get back in the game. And you have amazing potential to... Okay, I'm sorry when I pause like that, it's because I'm hearing something. Whatever happened with that heartbreak, there's a seed in that can bring you greater prosperity in your work. I don't know if it's, what the essence of that lesson was for you. But whatever the lesson was that you learned about yourself and about relationships, understanding that and really taking it on board is going to really transform your self-esteem, how you put yourself out there with people. But right now, you're holding back because you're still not healed from that. Okay, Scorpio. One of my Scorpios. We are in your time, Scorpio. We are in Scorpio season. Scorpio, what area of life do they need to know about? Scorpio. This one's popping. Okay, interesting. So you got the whirling dervish. This is really about spiritual advice. It's about and that can come from, whatever you believe in, spirit guides, angels, God, whatever for you is the spiritual advice. All right. So this is very interesting. And of course, Scorpio, this is the week of you. This Halloween energy, very scorpionic. It's very spiritual energy also. All right, what is the special message for Scorpio? Let me see. Oh, that one wants to come out. All right, let's see. Oh, that was upside down. Hold on. Wow, this Judgment card just does not want to go away today. Okay, so the spiritual message for you, Scorpio, is that you must let go of childhood wounds and fighting and models of relationships that are kind of imprinted on you. And you're seeing relationships through this lens of your childhood, of the bickering, the power plays, possibly abuse, things like that. That you have been seeing your own relationships and choosing partners through that lens, and that needs to be transformed. This is your opportunity with this Venus retrograde to see how that has possibly, this won't apply to every Scorpio, but has been an MO for a lot of Scorpios, a modus operandi. Like, it's just subconscious. You've been seeing relationships through that lens, and it needs to be done with. If you want to have a resurrection in your love life, if you want to transform and have the dawn of a new day, Scorpio, in your love life, you must look at that issue. That's your spiritual message. And as I said, Venus retrograde, this is a great time. And Venus retrograde in your sign, it's a great time to take a look at that. Because it's a lot about, I think, from those cards, it's a lot about who's in power, who's in control. And I think that there was a control dynamic for a lot of people from their childhood, their parents, or, your the main person who took care of you. You see how they acted in relationship with other people, and there was an uneven power dynamic, and you have been kind of subconsciously taking that on, and it's actually come to your awareness a lot more with this Venus retrograde in your sign. I think something probably happened. Somebody even probably came back from the past, and it, you know, brought up some stuff, called into question that dynamic for you. There's an element of giving your power away that you need to transform. You have been transforming it, but you will continue to transform it. And with this Jupiter going into Sagittarius, your second house, check out my link. You know, you're going to have a greater transformation anyway in your second house of self-esteem and values. It's a very healing, beneficial influence for you. So all of this is on point, I think, for you, Scorpio. It's a great time to heal that stuff. Okay, Sagittarius. What area of life, my Sagittarius fellow fire signs? Let's see. Sagittarius. Not feeling it yet. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. So your message, Sagittarius, this week involves a child. This could be your own offspring. This could also be your inner child, or something stemming from your childhood. All right, so let's see. What is Sagittarius special message for this week that they need to know about? Oh God, these. Okie dokie. You probably have an air sign child, or a child who has a lot of air in their chart. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, because we have this Page of Swords here. We have the Fool and we have the Lovers. Very interesting, but the child's in the middle. So this week, to me, Sagittarius, is a good time to reevaluate how you're going to handle introducing your child to a new partner that may be coming into your life. Now, that person may not be here yet, but as I keep saying to my Sagittarius people, and you know who you are, you guys are gonna have a relationship in 2019. So this is a great time this week to kind of think about, if you're single now, you know, single mom or dad, and you are starting to get back out there in the dating world, you're going to have to start thinking about how you're going to negotiate this, introducing this dating situation with your child and or children. But the air sign children are going to be the ones, since they're popping up here, are the ones that are going to have the most to say about that. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be negative. They are upright here. But they may be the one who, you know, has something to say about you, you know, embarking upon a new relationship. So, I was thinking something else and it just flew out of my head. Okay, I don't know where it went. There was something else. I'm sorry about that. Okay, it came back. Hold on. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so the other thing is that a lover or a partner from the past could be popping back up and could be wanting to reestablish a relationship with his or her offspring. Okay, so if you have a partner that's been AWOL, They may come back. It's possible. That could be the surprising development this week. For some Sagittarians, that may be applicable. Another possibility with this energy is, we have two children here, looking at your own inner child issues that may be holding you back from making a love connection. Okay, so this is a time to take a look at that. But there will probably be a situation this week or coming very soon, Sagittarius, in which you need to think about how you're going to explain your relationship to your child. There's something about it. Like I said, either a partner comes back from the past, maybe you get asked out on a date, you know, anything like that, you're going to have to explain. And be prepared, because air sign children will ask questions. So be prepared. All right. Capricorns. My awesome Capricorns. What do you need to know this week? Capricorns. Not yet. That one. Oh, look, Capricorn. Very exciting. Okay. Capricorn, you got the love wind. The love wind. Now, at first, you're looking at this and it looks like, Hurricane Florence or something. No. Okay. That doesn't have anything to do with the weather. I know it looks a little like stormy here, but it's a great card. It is the love wind. What does that mean? Well, it means that it's very likely, Capricorn, that you have an opportunity to meet a new love this week, or an old love from the past, or a new love that reminds you of an old love. Very exciting. Let's see what else for the messages that we need to know. But you want an upgrade. Let's face it, Capricorn. Speaking as Capricorn ascendant, you want an upgrade. You know what I'm saying. You want an upgrade. If you meet somebody new who has kind of an energetic resonance to someone from the past, they need to be an upgrade of somebody from the past. Not the same old thing. Energetically speaking. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay. Look what we got. So, it is through your work, Capricorn, which is very typical for Capricorns, to meet people at work. Yes, because Capricorn likes to work. Most Capricorns, very important. Career is very important to them. But it's also about written communication, writing, and this is the going global card. This can be the end of a cycle also, but with this Knight of Swords in here, there's going to be a swift change. There's going to be a very swift change. The communication this week is going to come in fast, and I feel like this person that you're going to meet has some sort of global international connection. It's not somebody you would normally just like meet in your day-to-day, or like at a coffee shop or at the gym. It's something a little more unexpected, and you could meet them even just virtually. So this online, because of the writing aspect of it here, okay, with this pentacle, you could meet them at work, but it's while you're traveling for work this week. And it's going to swiftly come in, very swiftly. There's going to be an instant melding of the minds with this person, an instant ease in communication. You may even meet to discuss a creative project, and that's why you're meeting to discuss this creative project. And as you start talking to this person, you realize, oh my God, like, love connection. So, and you're probably going to meet them in a group also with this 3 here. But Okay, Venus is still retrograde, so just take it easy, right? Just pace yourself. Pace yourself. Let it unfold. Let it unfold. There is time for it to unfold. Okay, but very promising energy for you, Capricorn, because I think that when you meet this person, you will need a little time to kind of get straight with yourself that this is indeed an energetic upgrade from the past BS relationships that you've had. Because sometimes, you know, we carry over stuff from the past and we don't see new people as clearly as we should because we're still, you know, seeing through the lens of an old relationship. So I think this is very promising, but give yourself a little time to make sure that, you know, you're clear on the fact that it's an energetic upgrade, this new person. All right, Aquarius. Oh my God, this is almost an hour-long video. Whoa! Oh, this is popping right out as I'm shuffling. My goodness, Aquarius. All right, this is the fox. Now, in Lenormand and in other, you know, divination systems, a fox is often not good. You know, has a connotation of somebody, you know, being, you know, underhanded and deceptive. But in this deck, it's different. The fox simply means that you use your street smarts. You use your cunning, but in a good way, to protect yourself, not to get over on somebody, okay? So let's see what your special message is, Aquarius, about kind of what you need to protect yourself from. This has been a little bit of a theme going on for Aquarius. If you watched the Aquarius October monthly, you saw that, you know, I was saying you will have the last laugh because there's been a lot of haters around you in your job in particular. Sorry, need more. And, you know, I feel like this is kind of tied in with that October energy. So, and since we're still technically in the month of October here this last week, you know, go back and watch that monthly October Aquarius if you haven't already done so. I know a lot of you did. Thank you for watching it. Had a lot of views. Oh, This Page of Swords is popping up again too. Okay. Somebody's coming back. We got this. This situation's coming back around. This Eight of Cups is popping up a lot today also. To say some hurtful things that they have totally gotten wrong. This High Priestess upside down. Totally gotten wrong about you. And so, Aquarius, just be on the alert this week. There could be, and again, I think it's to do with your work environment. That Venus is retrograde in your 10th house of work, going back into your 9th house. But I think that there could be, this could even be a colleague that comes back. Maybe they left the company, but they come back. That's possible. Or you like run into them. You run into them. It's a former colleague or a former client even. You run into them like, I don't know, at the coffee shop, at the supermarket, getting gas. I don't know, you know, something like that. At the gym, you run into them and they say some things that are based in totally erroneous information about you. Their judgments about you are totally wrong. And like I said, this has been a theme. This has been a theme for Aquarius. But they come back, you meet them somehow, just be prepared. Be prepared, right? Act cunning. Act to protect yourself. So, as an example, if you pay attention this week, Aquarius, as you're out and about doing your stuff, this could even though happen at your place of work. I mean, I just have to say, but try not to try to blend in like a fox, right? Try to blend in, move away, you know, hide out, hide behind, you know, that type of thing, so that you don't even have to deal with this, right? That's what we were talking about in October for you anyway, Aquarius, is like not to deal with their BS, that they're just haters anyway, but that somebody's going to come out of the woodwork for you this week, Aquarius. I know. So protect yourself, you know, what's the phrase? I need more coffee. Get yourself out of harm's way before any harm can happen. Okay, so a preemptive swerving, disappearing act, you know, something like that. So you don't even have to deal with this. All right, that's it, Aquarius, for you. All right, now, Pisces. What do my Pisces need to know? What is the psychic message for them this week? Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Pisces. Oops. I picked one, but then one fell out. So this is the one. Okay. Now at first this looks like the River Nile, but it's not. This is the clear skies. This card, they call it clouds, but it's really about clear skies ahead, that whatever had been upsetting and cloudy, causing, you know, clouds to come in your life, that situation is now clearing, Pisces. So better days are ahead is the message of that card. All right, so let's look at how that better day or days will manifest for you, my lovely Pisces. All right, let's see. It's already an hour-long video. How does this happen? Okay. Pisces, Pisces. Better days are coming for you. Okay. Better days are coming for you, Pisces, with money, but you need to focus. You need to focus. You've been scattering your energies. It's Eight of Wands upside down. You've been scattering your energies. If you can focus, you are going to get a very positive message. New offers and opportunities are going to come in, particularly in the realm of communications. And I'm feeling like social media and marketing is going to be very important for you, Pisces, in getting your business out there. I think it's also important to reevaluate your social media image right now. Like, what are you doing on Facebook? Or are you not doing anything on Facebook? Or are you doing Instagram, or you're not doing Instagram? You know, all the different things like LinkedIn, like what does your profile look like? Is it really reflective of you? Also, I feel like you need to focus and hone your offering. If you have like 5 services on your website that you're offering, or if you know you're offering 20 different things at the business you run, maybe it's time to prune some of those out and stop scattering your energy so much. And that when you focus, what you focus on expands. So in order to create better monetary conditions for yourself, you've realized, or you're realizing this week, that your energy is finite. You can't, you know, you only have so much energy. So you have to focus your energies anyway. Especially with Neptune in your sign right now. You just may not have as much energy as you normally would have. You need a lot of timeouts for rest, Pisces. So the long-term financial situation is starting to turn around this week. If you look at how you can prune your offers, your services, you know, what you're doing, and ask your clients, ask your clients, ask your customers, even ask your boss. I mean, if you're not self-employed, ask your boss, like, is it possible, can I just focus on these 3 things instead of these 12 things? I would be much more effective if I could do just this. So it's like that type of energy. And by focusing like that, the clouds will start to part and there will be an improvement in your finances, Pisces. Okay, that's it for me for this week. Stella Wilde, 1 hour and 4 minutes with your weekly intuitive messages. Please tune in on Wednesday when the veil is thin and see what your own intuition tells you about your week ahead. And don't forget to check out my Jupiter and Sagittarius luck and opportunity forecast, now available, and also that reading special on my website. I hope everyone has a great week. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and the monthlies are coming. The November monthlies are coming, so stay tuned for those also. Bye-bye.